Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Whispering Willow Oracle. Today we're going to be taking a look at your current energies, so what's happening in your recent past, present, and future. These messages are timeless, so whenever you come across the video, please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, and beings of the highest white light for providing the collective with messages today. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, and beings of the highest white light. Thank you, angels, spirit guides, and beings of the highest white light, providing the collective with messages today. I'm getting to draw some. I'm just gonna draw the rest. Okay. Okay, so in the past, you may have had some substantial conflict with a loved one, with a past partner, with like a significant other here. And in this message here with the Knight of Cups, I very much am getting that there is an energy that's moving out of your life, that this uncomfortable relationship energy is leaving your life. And maybe that you are breaking up with this person or they are breaking up with you. But I'm getting that there's been, and I don't know if it's you or them, but you've been juggling multiple responsibilities or multiple people here. You could actually have, maybe this was casual dating and there were two options here. One of them is definitely leaving you, or you are leaving them. The active energy is them leaving. This Knight of Cups is heading out, and I'm getting that it's not your energy, it's their energy, but it might be for like the best. Like you may have been wanting this, and maybe you were struggling with having that conversation with this person, but it is occurring here. So, okay, so with that being said, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. I think there may be a little bit, there may have been some cheating here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It may be an emotional cheating. It may be just a complication within the relationship regarding stability. There may be an energy that you or the other person have been unable to embody, and that is, being stable, being there for another individual, and realizing that, having relationships with people, it goes beyond just intimacy. It goes beyond just having fun. It goes beyond just being just dating, right? Like it goes beyond just these simple things that, it may have been that you or this other person were incapable of handling any kind of conflict, and any kind of conflict was like an indication to shut down, leave, or say, hey, this isn't fun anymore. But the problem with that is that, of course, we should know when to walk away, when something really is not fun anymore, like it's like in a substantial way. But also realizing that like long-term relationships, we can't expect them to be fun every day. They can make us feel great, they can make us feel safe, but expecting someone to be almost like your entertainment for the next like 20, 40, 50, 60 years, however long you live, or if you want to be with this, or maybe you don't even imagine yourself with someone that long, but this other person was looking for stability and they weren't able to find it, or you weren't able to find it in this person. And I think here there's been a loss, and I think that you kind of need to go back to the drawing board about what it is that you actually want here. You know, sit down, like write down, what are the qualities I want in a partner? What are the qualities that I want? You also, yeah, that's the other one. You also want to write down how you want to be in a relationship. What do you want to provide in a relationship, right? Because it's not just about what the other person can provide you, but it's also really about what you can provide them in exchange. It's an exchanging energy, and I think here there was very little exchange. It may have been a lot of fun though to start, but it couldn't continue in that capacity forever. And this pattern may have repeated itself many times now in your life, or and it could be because you're not being clear. You're not being clear with yourself, and maybe you need to get very, very clear about what it is that you want to change about yourself, or that you think would help you attract a more appropriate partner. And again, like I said at the beginning of this reading, if you're not resonating with it, don't take the message, and hopefully, you know, hopefully in the future there will be something here for you. And if this isn't resonating with you, there's no need to be upset, because it's not your message. If you're identifying with some things in this message, then stay and watch and take what is resonating and leave what doesn't. Because yeah, I had a kind of a weird comment, like I mentioned it in another video, but it's really unfortunate, because I see these with other readers too on YouTube, where someone will say, oh, like, I can't believe like you would be so negative. And it's like, well, you know, life is not all roses. Life is not all rainbows. Life is not all 10 of cups. So if you don't want to hear messages about reality and about actually developing spiritually, which happens through conflict, which happens through change, which happens through sometimes what we see are tower moments, which happens through events that are out of our control, how we respond to those, how we develop through those, how we learn our lessons from mistakes that we make, are what brings us to the 10 of cups later on. So if you're unwilling to take the messages of you know, conflict, change, and sometimes being disappointed, then how can you say that, you know, you've developed or come into this, you know, changed and learned and come into this energy of 10 of cups, is kind of how I see it. But obviously not every message is meant for you. Not every good message is meant for you. Not every like negative message is meant for you. I just mean genuinely take what resonates. And if it doesn't resonate with you, feel free to click off this video and not comment such silly things, because it's really not necessary. Anyway, sorry, went on a tangent about something, but that probably was not for the person who was reviewing this message and actually resonated. So, okay. I want to get one of these medicine cards just to see what it is that kind of the energy that we need to bring in to heal this situation, to make things work out in a more positive manner in the future, if we want them to. Reishi, retreat. I'm gonna get the book and read this card because I think the messages in this deck are really unique and beautiful, and they're also very specific, and of course the knowledge contained in these messages about these herbs is very unique and specialized, and I can tell you right now, I cannot memorize everything in here. So for Reishi with retreat: upright, retreat, recovery, meditation, hibernation, spiritual contemplation, replenishment of spirit. Lingxi in Chinese Reishi represents immortality and is considered the herb of spiritual potency, meaning success, well-being, divine power, and longevity. Said to have been discovered in 396 BC in the Shangbei Mountains of China by Taoist monks, it is one of the oldest mushrooms used in medicine. It has long been called an anti-aging mushroom and powerful Shen tonic, a category of medicines that nourish the spirit. In China's oldest Materia Medica, the herbal classic, written around about 200 CE, reishi held first place above ginseng. The text says reishi helps stabilize qi in the head and assists in mental activities, tonifies the spleen, increases wisdom, and improves memory. Long-term consumption will lighten the body, increase vitality, and delay aging for years. Reishi's borderline miraculous properties are being researched, verifying ancient knowledge, including how the mushroom profoundly relaxes the nervous system, calms the mind, and induces a state of relaxed focus. One of the many reasons spiritual seekers consume this mushroom is for the spiritual experience it unlocks when in meditation. Recent studies have also demonstrated measurable life-extending properties, as well as reishi's ability to activate brain neurons and increase nerve growth factor levels in cells. Reishi powerfully influences our main spiritual centers, the endocrine, nervous, and hormonal systems. Hormones powerfully impact our perception, mood, sleep-wake cycles, ability to bond with others, and awareness of reality. They activate the nervous system, which is also directly related to igniting mystical experiences. Reishi is ruled by Jupiter, the guru of planets, and one that indicates how we derive wisdom and access to the mysteries of life. Jupiter has a vast quantity of spiritual enhancing herbs that are often used in meditation and to induce altered states of meditation, like reishi. Guidance. Pause. It's time for renewal. Yeah. So this energy that's leaving your life it's a perfect time to renew yourself, to purge yourself and purge things in your home, purge energy, so that you can start something new on a clean slate. Sorry, that's just me interrupting here. If you feel overwhelmed or mentally overloaded, it's time to retreat. Take the time to recuperate and recharge, and personal growth will follow. Overstimulation, indecision lead to a sense of weakness, imprisonment, and feeling that you are evading death. Like bear, hibernate or rest before you take on the major project or challenge. Many Native American tribes have called this space of inner contemplation the Dream Lodge, a place to witness death and see beyond the confines of physical reality by visiting the dream time. Create the space to be in silence and calm the internet chatter. Reflection is key to the path of self-mastery. I think that is exactly the message that will apply to any situation that could be going. This does not have to be romantic. It could be any situation that didn't work out the way that you had wanted it to, right? Potentially you were trying to manifest something and you thought you had it and it really wasn't it. And now, feeling disheartened, well, that's not the thing I want. Well, maybe you need to change the way you think about this thing that you want, right? Maybe you need to change the values you apply to it. So I think that here it's about going inwards and really finding out what it is that you want. What is it that's important to you? What are the qualities of, let's use the romantic example, the relationship example, or partner example. What is it that you want in another person? And what is it that you want to be for other people? And maybe that will be more important than deciding what it is you want from another. Deciding what it is you want to give others, because a relationship is all about giving and receiving. Giving energy, receiving energy. And sometimes there's days where we give a lot more and receive a lot less, and vice versa. And that's going to have to be something that, is understood in order to be happy with the situation, you need to understand that, you know, you might not be getting everything that you want from the relationship at all times. That there are going to be some days where you feel like you give and it's never enough, or it's never given back to you. But it should, you know, if it's never given back to you, obviously, like, walk away. But like, it might just feel like there's like a stretch of time where you're really giving a lot more, but you never know when that person is going to have to give to you in a significant or substantial way. And that's the real test to relationships, is seeing how that ebb and flow works. And it should be pretty obvious, you know, after like, you know, a little while with someone, it should be pretty obvious if they're kind of like an equal giver. And it's not about keeping tally or keeping score, because the score is never going to be even. But essentially it will be. Essentially, we don't really know how much we're going to have to give to someone if we just love them, right? You never know what life can bring you. You never know what kind of situations you may feel or may find yourself in with your partner. Life is extremely complicated and complex, and there's so many different walks of life that you can go through with another person. And I guess it's whether or not you want to walk through life with another person too. So I think that it's time for deep reflection to understand what it is you want, what it is you want to give, and what it is you want to receive. Because if you don't take this time now to reflect on these things, you may waste more time finding people that seem great, but because you've never done the real work and real reflection on what it is that you are expecting or looking for, it simply isn't ever going to really match that, right? If you don't even know what it is, how can you find what it is you're looking for? If that makes sense. Anyways, I feel like I'm talking myself in circles, so I'm going to leave this message here. I hope it resonated for someone. If it did, please leave a comment and let me know what's going on here. Like the video if you enjoyed, and if you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thanks. Take care.